I see what awaits us, and I am troubled. The years pass, and what difficult years they are. Our troubles are not over. The cauldron is boiling. If one is not strengthened spiritually, how can one face a difficult situation? God has not created human beings who are good for nothing. We must cultivate our philorimo. Indeed, if a great shake-up were to come upon us, God forbid how many would remain standing. Before the 1940 war in Konitsa, where I had the carpentry shop near the marketplace, the villagers used to bring corn and wheat and so on. When these villagers would bring their corn to sell at the market, some wealthy people who were not really wealthy, but they did earn a small interest on their deposited money, would kick this sack and disinterestedly ask how much it cost. But when war came and they had to sell everything they owned in order to survive, these same people would come to the market when the villagers said good morning. They would ask, "Have you any corn to sell?" This is why you should thank God for all things. Tighten your belts a little and become frugal. I see what awaits us and I am troubled. Do not allow yourselves to get slack. Have you any idea what Christians are going through in other places? In Russia, they are still in labor camps. What hardships they have to endure. There are no books for spiritual edification. And what about poor Albania and the great misfortune there? They don't even have anything to eat. Churches and monasteries have all been shut down. People even had to change their names so they don't sound Christian. Even in America, the Orthodox Christians are few and scattered in different places. Do you know what they are going through? Without an Orthodox community, they have to take the train miles and miles away just to go to church. Some come to the holy mountain to seek spiritual guidance. It is great ingratitude on our part to have such an enervate spirit prevailing in Greece. God will reveal many saints in the countries where communism was in power. Martyrs who chose death. They held important positions but could not agree with laws contrary to the law of God. I cannot agree with this. Kill me. Throw me into prison, they would say, so that the others would not also be misled. Here in our country, without having to, so many are showing such great indifference. It would be different if they were going through some hardships of war or difficult years. But now, it's as if nothing is going on. How should one say this? It's like someone arriving from Australia by aeroplane to Greece in the springtime, and then departing for Australia in autumn, only to arrive there in springtime again. They go from spring to spring, with no winter in sight, no sense of cold and heavy weather. Geronda, how can we help a person who is indifferent? We need to instill in him the good concern, the good restlessness, perturb him so that he'll want to do something to help himself. It cannot be done by force. A person must be thirsty before you can give him water. Try giving food to someone who isn't hungry. He will throw up. When the other person does not want something, I cannot deprive him of his freedom, his free will.